This is Shirzad Sharif. I've been wanting to talk about a number of very important topics in relations to art and humanities, which I think are extremely important as an artist. These were topics that I learned from my teacher, Mr. Bahman Rajabi, who I studied Tombak with under his supervision for quite some time while growing up in Iran. One of the very important topics which came about frequently during my time where I studied in his maktab, which is his school. We discussed humanity. We discussed the highest ideals of mankind. And we discussed beauty. And it is very important for an artist to contemplate beauty. As an artist, we like to create beautiful works of art, which of course varies depending on our craft and our outlook on life. Having studied Persian classical music with Mr. Rajabi at the time, my focus was on Persian classical music and learning the tombak instrument as he refers to it. One of the most important concepts, aside from humanity and having the highest ideals instilled in me as an artist, working within humanity and the humanist framework, was understanding as an artist our responsibilities to society and to humanity as a whole, which at a very high degree is much more elevated than nationalist tendencies and religious tendencies. And as an artist, you should be able to transcend these boundaries and be able to be a part of the human aspect and element as opposed to being a nationalistic or individualistic person who represents a certain cultural identity, which is rather difficult if you're studying Persian classical music, which is a very Persian instrument and very related to our national identity as a Persian. But first and foremost, you need to understand that before you're a musician, you are a human. Before you're Iranian, before you're American, and me being both, it's very important that you understand that you're a human first and an American Persian or an Iranian American next. And then a musician. So, as the great tombak master, Mr. Hossein Tehrani, said, first be human and then try to be an artist. It's very important that we would be in touch with our humanity, understand our commonalities, and transcend the other boundaries that we end up being in. Now, from the humanity aspect aside, which always is at the highest ideals of mankind, which is how you should always try to view the world and strive to live a life that adheres to the highest ideals of mankind. Also is extremely important is the element of understanding beauty. And as an artist, the next thing that we try to do after striving for the highest ideals of mankind is to create beauty and contribute to the human species and humanity as a whole. When we see something beautiful, we become joyous, we become elated, ecstatic, and become happy. You become happy if you see something beautiful. You become happy if you smell something beautiful. If you see a rose flower, you become happy and elated. If you smell a rose flower, you become happy and elated. If you smell something beautiful, if you see something beautiful, you become happy and joyous and intoxicated with that beauty. And this is where the two become one, where if you become beautiful, if you become beautiful inside and out, if you adhere to the highest ideals of mankind, you are able to produce better and more beautiful works of art, which is why we strive for all these things. And understanding beauty is very important. That was the concept of Ziboi Shenasi, which means understanding beauty. And if we understand beauty and beautiful things as an artist, that improves our quality. We should always strive to create the most beautiful works of art. I think that's the endeavor that every artist pursues and tries to emulate and also create. And as a creator of music, which is sound, it's very important that we understand that the universe is beautiful also. And if you look all around you, you'll see nothing but beauty in nature, in the elements, and the likes, which is also, as a musician, where you try to create works of art that are beautiful, you have to be that sacred and close to the divine in order to create these kind of beautiful works of art, which is very important, because if you are not beautiful inside and out, that gets transferred to the works that you're creating and reflects in the music that you produce. Of course, hard work, refining your technique and all of that is fine. It's required. You have to practice. You have to learn your craft very well. But most important is understanding beauty and how to create beauty. And if you understand and I'm hesitant to use the word sacredness, I'd like to use the word divine. If you can see that in everything, I think that helps, because as a whole, once you see the divine in everything around you, you learn to appreciate and understand that and be close to that and become that in order to produce and create more of that beauty. So it's very important that we see the divine and appreciate that, become that, contribute to that, create that, and contribute to humanity, and by producing works of art that increase beauty in this world. I think that is the ultimate goal that we should pursue as an artist, and also for the listener, because it's very important that the listener of that work of art and the audience also appreciate that beauty. And it's very important. This is a give and take between the artist and the community. And it becomes very difficult if an artist creates a beautiful work of art, but that's not appreciated by an audience or the world. So again, it really is a social aspect also, and it also has this communication between the artist and the audience understanding and appreciating that beauty, enjoying that beauty that the artist creates, which in many essence will transcend national boundaries or religious boundaries or other aspects of society that have separated us apart. And one of the main purposes of music is bringing together people of various backgrounds, irregardless of their background, and having that commonality and very human interaction and aspect between the audience and the musician or artist. And it's very important. That's why you'll see that a lot of my art might not just be Persian. It might be American. It might be American, Iranian. It might not even relate to any kind of national identity. So it's very important, and I think the audience has a very important role. And in a day when it's difficult to see the beauty around you, I encourage you to take more time out of your day and try to enjoy the various beauty that you come across during the day. It could be as simple as enjoying nature around you, or enjoying a very positive and uplifting conversation with someone and seeing the divinity within them. So it's very important that we understand that. And I think your life becomes so much more enriched when you take notice of the beautiful interactions that you are having during the day, and also appreciate the beauty that various artists create and bring forth to the world. Get to enjoy all of that, and enriching your lives within that. And like I said, it's an important aspect both for that interaction between the artist and the audience, and sharing that commonality and beauty in their lives. This was something I've been wanting to say, and I hope you benefit from that, and I hope you enjoy more beautiful things in your life. Thank you very much.